In November 2019, I put together my wish list for possible successors to the X-E3. Finally, the X-E4 was announced on Wednesday. Today I will tell you my thoughts on this. Let's go! Did you see the Fujifilm Summit on Wednesday? Wow, the GFX 100S, great to have a cheap and compact medium format camera, right? I'm really excited where this will lead to, and great timing right after the announcement of the Sony A1. Also the 70 to 300mm looks great, but I am not so much into birdie photography, so let's talk about the X-E4 and the XF27mm Mark II. For everyone who doesn't know me yet, my name is Jochen, I'm an amateur photographer from Düsseldorf, Germany, and I mainly do street photography and portraits. Have a look at my Instagram feeds. If you follow my channel from the beginning, you maybe saw my wishlist video for the successor of the X-E3 in November 2019. I will use this wishlist in a different order to talk about the Fujifilm X-E4. There is a new generation of sensor and processor. No surprises here. As before, all new camera models get the latest generation of sensors and processors. However, I could imagine that the X-E4 will actually be the last 26 megapixel camera from the Fuji X series and that Fujifilm will come out with a new generation later in the year. But there is nothing to complain about with the current technology in terms of image quality and performance. Therefore, wish was fulfilled. After Fujifilm made the X100V, well, almost weatherproof, I was actually sure that it would be the same with the new X-E camera. Unfortunately, it's not. A shame, especially since all the lenses that would be perfect for a camera of this size have WR, XF16 2.8, XF23 f2, 35 f2, 50 f2 and the new 27 f2.8 also. But seriously, hardly anything can happen to a camera with so few buttons, right? More on that later. Let's talk about the screen. Well, here Fuji even exceeded my expectations. I always found the X70's 180 degrees foldable screen to be terrific, but I missed the additional viewfinder on that camera. To have it on the X-E4 is great for the targeted users. Selfies, vlogging, but also in street photography, the possibility to look inconspicuously at the screen from above. Simply excellent. I also think it's great that the screen is just as flush with the housing as it's on my X100V. So, everything great here. At the time of my old video I wanted classic neck on the successor to the X-E3. Of course we have it on board as well as eternal bleach bypass. All the other new features are also available from the software side. Clarity, chrome effects, focal range limiter and so on. So here too, check. One of my wishes for the X-E4 was a dedicated ISO dial. Well, I would like to take this as an opportunity to talk about the operating concept of the X-E4 in general. First of all, there is no ISO dial, but there are also other things that have disappeared. No more focus mode switch, not even on the side as on the X100V, then the back was reduced to an absolute minimum. Only 2 buttons and the joystick, which should make room for the thumb. No more rear dial, there is still no mode dial like on the X-T3, but the shutter speed dial was supplemented by the setting P. So what do I think about all this now? First of all, wish not fulfilled. In the summit, Fujifilm clearly stated what this camera was intended for. It's for snapshots. If you now take that as a basic for all changes, you come to the conclusion that the camera was consistently developed towards this. One should adjust less again and again, but think about it and preset it and then leave it that way and snap. Okay, that's understandable. I find the hybrid approach a bit difficult. The design is great, absolutely minimalistic with clear edges and flat planes. But I would really like to take it in my hand and see whether it works at all without a thumb grip and the hand grip. With the whole concept, the target group is also not very clear to me. In terms of performance, street photographers should also feel addressed, but because some settings have been moved to the menu, not so many will feel at home here. Maybe it will just feel great to just run around in town with mode P. I'm not entirely sure here. Personally, I often switch from single AF to manual because of zone focusing, and for that I would have to use the only freely customizable button on the top of the body of the X-E4. I'm not sure. Let's come to a short conclusion. As far as the fulfillment of my wishes for the X-E4 is concerned, the end result is now 3 times yes to 2 times no. So you can say that Fujifilm has done a decent job. Maybe the operating concept isn't a problem at all. Maybe I'll be surprised too. Okay, maybe not X-Pro3 surprised, but surprised. So Fujifilm, I'm very happy to take an X-E4 and test it for you. You have one left? Bring it on. Now very briefly about the new XF27mm f2.8 R WR. R for the aperture ring and WR for the weather sealing. Everything else is the same as on the first version of the lens. I bought it 2 times and sold it twice, precisely because the switch from the aperture ring to the control wheel annoyed me every time. I gave it 2 attempts because I think the focal length is absolutely interesting and versatile. Sure, we will have to see how easy it will to be used with this tiny aperture ring, but Fujifilm, while you're about to send me the X-E4, who knows, maybe we'll see a test of this compact combo here on this channel. I will keep you up to date. If you have any questions on this or any other topic, feel free to write me in the comments. I usually answer within a few hours. Don't forget to give me a like. And please subscribe to my channel, switch on the notifications so that you don't miss any more videos. If you find my content really helpful, consider buying me a coffee via buymeacoffee.com. The link can be found in the description. And to everyone who already bought me a coffee, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. That's it for today. I hope to see you soon. Take care of yourself. Have a good time. Ciao.